these with a calculator. Okay, it's kind of nice where you don't have to make finding your 2 points and stuff like that. Your calculator will do all this for you as long as you know how to do this. This is why you need to be on page 76, because there are calculator directions that will help you. Okay, but let's look at number 1 first. In number 1, it says that the scatter plot shows the number of CDs in millions that were sold from 99 to 2005. If the trend continued, about how many CDs were sold in 2006. So if we make our trend line, okay, so if we're to draw this between all of our points, and it goes down to about right here, right? How many CDs? So this, if this is 2005, this would be 2006, right? Okay, so about how many CDs would be sold in 2006? About, come on guys, look at your graph. I'm not going to feed you all of these answers. You're going to actually have to look at your graph and participate in your own learning. It's on your sheet. About 650 what? Yeah, 650 million CDs, because you've got to look at that side as in millions, not just in numbers. All right, so now we have a table, right? And anytime it gives you a table, our calculators can help us with this. Okay, but first thing we need to do is we need to plot this. Okay, your calculator, you're still going to have to plot it. So 3, 1070, 6, 1170, 9, 12,600, 12 is 15,000. And 15 is 16,700. So that should be plotted on your worksheet. I'm not sure why some of you have not even picked up your pencil in order to plot that. You guys are killing me right now. You have to participate in your own learning. I'm not going to just give you what we're doing. Okay, now, if you look at page 76, what does it say you have to do with your calculator first before you can do anything else? Okay, so what does it say to do? Okay, so second, plus sign, 7, 1, 2, and it's cleared, and then you can hit clear. Okay, follow along on page 76 so you know how to do this. Okay, now, what does it say to press? It says to press stat. So your stat button is right here, underneath your delete button. Okay, and that's what it looks like, right? Yeah. And then what does it say to press? Enter for edit, because we're going to edit a list. Okay, so we have L1 and L2, right? Okay, so that first row that you guys have should go in L1. So what is it? 3, and then just hit enter to go down. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Is that right? 5 numbers. Okay, so now we've got to go over so that we're in L2. And let me grab a worksheet so I can see it. Okay, so now your second row, your annual cost, will go in the next part. So 10,700. And see, and look at guys, on your table, you should be able to see that they go together. 3 goes with 10,700, right? Okay, 6 goes with 11,700. 9 goes with 12,600. 12 goes with 15,000. And 15 goes with 16,700. Okay, everybody's got those in their lists? Yes? No? Yes? No? I don't know, because some of you just sit and stare at me. Please. Killing me. Okay, so now what does it say to do?
Window.
Press window. Okay. What does it say your x min should be? 0. What does it say your x max should be? Your highest x value. What was our highest x value? 15. Okay. What does it say your x scale should be? How many you went up by? In this case, since we only go to 15, we can leave it at 1, right? Okay, but if you went up by hundreds, you would change that to 100. Okay? What does it say your y min should be? 0. What does it say your y max should be? Highest y value, which is what? What is it? Well, what's the highest x value or y value that it gives us? 16,700. So let's just go a little bit higher than that. So I'm going to say 17,000. Huh? No. Thank you for letting me know. 17,000. All right. And what? Okay, so look at your graph. What does it go up by? No, on your y's, what does it go up by? It goes up by ones, right? So you leave your y scale at ones because it goes up by ones. Okay, so now we're under graphing the data. What does it say to press? Second, y equals. Okay, and then what? Enter. Okay, and now we want to turn this on. So we got to press enter again so that it's flashing on the on. Okay, well, just a minute. So let's take a look. We want the scatter plot, right? So we want this. Did we use list 1 and list 2? Yep. And then this is what our marks are going to look like. And I like these guys. So we're good there. So now what do we hit? Graph. Boom. Does that look like your scatter plot? It doesn't? Doesn't look like the one that you graphed? Okay, it should look pretty much exactly like what we graphed right here. Okay, did I not graph that? I know I did. What we graphed right there, it should look pretty much the same. Okay, then you did something wrong. So then you want to go back into stat edit. So Dylan, you would go stat and enter and figure out what you did wrong. Did you put 1,500 instead of 15,000? Yep, so change that. Back to 15,000. And then hit graph again. Did it fix it? Sweet. Just figured out how to fix stuff. All right, so now flip the page. Now is the moment we have all been waiting for when it's going to give us our equation. Okay, so now what do we have to hit? We got to hit stat. But now this time we want to calculate something. So we have to go over 1 so that it's calculate. Okay, and what we are trying to calculate is called linear regression. So we want to go to 4. Okay, now, is this what your guys' looks like? Yeah, I was going to say pretty much everyone in this class has a newer calculator, so this is what it looks like, rather than what's in the book. So you can pretty much skip the rest of those steps. So cross out 14 through 16 on your steps, because everybody in here has a newer calculator. Those steps were for the older calculators. You had to do a little bit extra. Okay, the nice part about this, okay, you just have to go down to calculate. Okay, so it's blinking on calculate, hit enter, Okay, what does A stand for? Because it tells us it's y equals ax plus b. So A is our slope, B is our y-intercept. So we go back to our worksheet, and our equation is y equals 510 x plus 8,750. Sweet, huh? Okay, let's say we wanted to predict, what is this even for? Cost of a kid from birth until, okay, so let's say we want to figure out how much it's going to cost for an 18-year-old. Okay, what would we do? We would put 18 in for x, so we would take y equals 510 times 18. Do this! Hit enter. Plus 8750. For an 18-year-old, how much is it going to cost us? 930? That's a lot of money. Whew. Reason number 400 not to have kids.
Would it go up the older they get because of maybe
Not necessarily. Yeah, clothes. Everything gets more expensive. Paying for school sometimes. Okay. Yeah. All right.